final update for the 2022 version of Football Manager has been with us for a couple of weeks now, and Dodgy Gamer is here to bring you the lowdown on what's new for international management in this final update, including news of a new official competition that's now playable in FM. So here we are in a brand new game. I've just set everything up using the 22.4 database. No files added on. Haven't even got the Germany fix or any of those things applied yet. And I'll be simulating forward from here so we can see some of these changes in action. So we're starting with one of the major headlines around this new update, and I mean actual news headlines rather than headline features. As you may have seen in SI's announcement of this final 22.4 update, they have implemented the sanctions placed on the Russian Football Federation as a result of the invasion of Ukraine, including Russia's suspension from UEFA and FIFA. We see here that they have no world ranking and their nation page looks just like some of those nations in the game like Guadeloupe and Northern Mariana Islands who aren't full FIFA members. However, unlike those nations that do play in some regional competitions and have friendly matches, Russia's fixture list is completely blank. No friendlies, no youth matches, nothing. So if we look here at Group H of qualifying for World Cup 2022, it's a 5-team group. They're not here. The Russian league is still playable, but if we take a closer look at one of the top teams like Zenit, we can see in their schedule, it's just domestic games, no European competition. So that's a removal from the game. Now for an addition. This had escaped my attention until I noticed it right here in Football Manager. But UEFA and CONMEBOL have apparently signed an agreement to stage a Super Cup of sorts between the winners of the Euros and the Copa America. It'll take place for the first time in June 2022 and will offer a vital World Cup competitive warm-up opportunity for Argentina and, never mind. So having simulated forward in the game, we see the match was played again in 2025, with Spain having won Euro 2024 and Argentina retaining the Copa America. And I think this offers a fun additional trophy to bridge that tournament-to-tournament gap. Well, except for Italy, of course. Going over to the minnow side of things now as we head to Southeast Asia and the AFF Suzuki Cup. I've just popped over to my main Robinhood save to show you what this was like in the initial release of the game. So we come to the Southeast Asian Championship, and we see it was not played in 2022. It doesn't appear in the game until 2024. However, in real life, the 2020 edition was held at the end of 2021, and that is now in the game. Now, it's still not held in 2022 because this tournament normally takes place around December time, so obviously would clash with the Qatar World Cup. Not that any of these nations are going to be there, but I guess they want to watch. So that was 2 major changes and 1 correction to the game, but sadly there are still a few corrections that SI have missed. Luckily though, I do have a fix for one of them. First of all, we have the South Asian Championship, which first of all, they have the 2022 edition being played in Afghanistan. I don't think that's going to happen. And then we get this bizarre situation of some teams playing home and away games during the group stage. I mean, this has been present in the game as a bug for a couple of years, so it's a real shame they haven't got round to fixing it yet. Perhaps even worse is the French Youth Invitational, better known as the Toulon Tournament. It all looks fine initially. They've even implemented the place playoffs. But then there is a problem. We're looking here at Mexico under-20s who competed in it, and, well, have you seen it yet? For some inexplicable reason, the semi-finals are not played in Toulon, but are played as a home or away game. So we have here Mexico playing their group stage matches in France, flying together with Belgium all the way back to Mexico for the semi-final, and then turning up for the final 3 days later in France. No wonder they lost. And finally, we come back to Asia and the West Asian Championship. Fun fact, this is actually the first international tournament you can play when you set up a new game on Football Manager 2022. And this is the format that was used last summer. 9 teams split into a group of 5 and a group of 4. Top side in each group playing the final. However, in the real world, this tournament is going to change as of 2023, with all 12 members of the West Asian Football Federation competing at the tournament together for the first time. However, as we go through subsequent versions of the tournament on Football Manager, they maintain the same teams, same format. Now, I know the West Asian Championship is a game breaker for a lot of you, so I've delved into the editor to fix it. So here I've gone over to another save file where you can see my modded version of the West Asian Championship. So this is how it's going to be from 2023 onwards. 12 teams, 3 groups of 4, the top side and the best runner-up advance to the semi-final round, and then winners obviously go to the final. I've disabled the 2021 version. I've made sure 2023 is hosted by the UAE, which is what's going to happen. And this file is already on the Steam Workshop waiting for you to download. Alternatively, there is a link to a direct download for you down in the video description. You're welcome. Now, if major international tournaments are more of your thing, then check out my Real Groups mod for the World Cup 2022, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the international action.